Hello again, everybody. Welcome to Wingman Wisdom. Today's video is going to be probably a little bit shorter than normal, but I appreciate you tuning in. It's going to be about you. Well, you if you're an RV buyer and your responsibility. If you're new to Wingman Wisdom, I am a former campground owner, lifelong lover of camping and RVing, and I love most of the people that do it most of the time. And this is my virtual campfire where we sit around and visit. A lot about camping and RVing. We're going to talk about that today, but sometimes about really more important things, about life in general. So I hope you'll consider subscribing to the channel and following a few videos. I think that we may have some connection. So I recently did a video on why buying an RV is different from buying anything else. And I really think that it is. And got quite a few comments on this video. I'm going to go over to the shared screen and I'm going to pick out one that really stuck out in my mind. And again, it's about responsibility and about you as a buyer of an RV. This one came, if I can find it. Where's my finger, Alan? Okay, scroll down. This one came in, it says, meeting a salesperson who can truly help a buyer make a good decision is obviously a good first step. But what about being a good buyer? If the buyer is clueless and expects a sales rep to select the right RV, maybe they deserve what they get. Yes, the buyer should do some homework. Would you please discuss what the attitude of the buyer should be? Would it be helpful to have a detailed list and how much willing to spend? Should I tell the sales rep that I already know exactly what I want, like make, model, options, etc.? The answer is, I don't know, because everybody is a little bit different. Let me give you a story that you might be able to relate to. 40 years ago, my wife and I went, when we were first together, we went to Las Vegas, and she always had horses and knew about horse racing, and let's go over and we're going to bet on the horses. Okay. And so we go to Caesar's Palace. Go in, wow, this is nice, big old screens everywhere and free drinks, and this is a really cool place. And so she goes and bets, and I said, well, what do I do? And she said, I don't pick, pick some horses, and there they are. So I picked these horses, placed a $3 bet. I went and I won. I don't even know what I'm doing. I win. And so I go over and to cash my ticket in a $3 bet. And they said, I'm sorry, sir, you got to go to that other window. Huh? Went over this other window. I turned $3 into $786.80. First bet ever. Didn't even have a clue what I was doing. Had to go to the IRS window. $786.80. I'll never forget that number. $3, $786.80. She's like, oh my God, you have no idea what you did. I'm like, really? So I bet on another race. $2, turned it into $160. The next race. I said, I need to get a new job. I need to be a professional horse racing gambler. That was the last 2 times I won any amount of money horse racing at all. But I didn't even know how hard it was. But I learned. Kind of like buying an RV. If you go in blindly, like I did to horse racing, I bet $3. Some people put down $50,000, $100,000, and they have no clue, none. They expect they're going to win the trifecta. Most of the time, that doesn't happen. You know that if you're an RV owner. As an RV buyer, there have never, ever been more resources for you to make the right decision or to help you make the wrong decision. You know, the person who posted this says, what should the attitude of the buyer be? In my opinion, just my opinion, it starts out with your responsibility, my responsibility. I was responsible for the $3 I bet at Caesar's Palace. I certainly liked the $786.80, but if I would have made a bad mistake, that was my fault. I got intoxicated by the big screens and maybe the alcohol they were giving away for free. We have to start out with responsibility, but along with responsibility has to become awareness. You have to be aware. I was so ignorant of horse racing, and I think people are ignorant, many of them that get into RVing. They have no clue, but it doesn't take long to figure out, oh, there's a whole lot to this thing. So it's awareness, it's honesty. You've got to know where you are. I don't know this game. Human beings are herd animals. I know you don't want to hear this, but the sheeple out there, bah, we like to follow the crowd. Trends are popular and people get tattoos and they buy RVs and they do all kinds of things because it's trendy. They're following the crowd. But the crowd doesn't care about your loan on your RV. And if it's a crappy RV and you made a bad decision, that's your responsibility. So I say always take a deep breath. Use the resources that are available. This is one of them. I don't know everything, but I will never, ever knowingly lie to you. I work with some of the best RV dealers in the country. Honest, not perfect, honest. They will take care of you. But you have to either trust me or ultimately it's your responsibility. When a salesperson takes your money and you are ignorant enough, and I'm ignorant about a lot of things. I'm not talking down to you. I'm not yelling at you. But when we are so ignorant, we blindly go to the casino and go, put $1,000 down on red, and we lose. Is it the casino's fault for taking our money? I don't think so. We can blame other people, but at the end of the day, we got to live with ourselves. So if you know what you're doing and you're a buyer, you've done your homework, you've listened to opposing points of view. Don't just listen to all the positive stuff, but look for the negative. Look for the stuff that you don't want to hear, because that's likely where things are going to go when you own that RV, or it very well could. And you don't want to be blindsided. At least I don't. I'm an old guy. I want to look at both sides. A healthy dose of skepticism is always good, always good. But you can be paranoid. You can go too far. Everybody's out to get me. My RV dealers, the ones I work with, they want to make a living, not a killing. They want to make a living by treating you right as best they possibly can and sell you not one RV, but multiple RVs over the future. They're not the biggest, and they may not be the best, but they're the best they can be. And they bust their butts every single day to be honest and deliver value and take care of you. But you have to make the decision, wherever you buy from. Those big chain stores, I can't stand them. That's just me. I don't like them. I don't like the general way they do business, how the bottom line is all that matters to them. That's what matters. How much can they make? And they make that off of you and off of me. And the person that walks into the casino and goes, oh, I don't know, put $1,000 down on black this time. Not a good bet. If you want to make a good bet, you want to be a responsible buyer, and that means you may make a mistake, but it's your mistake. It comes from taking your time, as I say, thinking and pondering and asking questions. Drive to campgrounds. Those people in campgrounds, you'll probably find an RV or a camper like you want to buy. Talk to those people. They have no axe to grind, no agenda. They're not trying to make a commission off of you. Most of them are pretty, they're blabbermouths like me. And they'll share honest information. And isn't that what you want? I think it is. If you know what you want, you are absolutely certain what you want, tell that to the salesperson. And if they don't respect you enough, they're trying to lead you off in a different direction, run. Don't stay there. Find somebody who will listen to you. But you need to be wise enough, smart enough, responsible enough, open enough, honest enough to listen, to absorb all the information that you possibly can. Don't be paranoid. Be reasonably skeptical. Be careful who you do business with and who you trust. I trust my RV dealers. I do. I think you can trust them too. But there are other good RV dealers in the country. I'd like to know what you think. How do you think a buyer should approach buying an RV? Is it all about the price? Do reviews matter? How long do you wait? Is it a good time to buy an RV when interest rates are high? I kind of think it is for the right person. I really do, because prices, there's some really good deals out there right now. What do you think? What is the best approach as a buyer going into an RV dealership? You don't want to be adversarial, I don't think. You don't want the dealer to go, man, this guy's a jerk. I don't want to sell him one if I made $5,000. You don't want to be a doormat either. You've got to find your sweet spot. And part of finding that sweet spot is finding out information, becoming aware, knowledgeable. That means being open. That means being responsible. And I hope that this makes sense. I know that these videos are not going to attract a lot of people. I want them to attract the right people. I will never, ever knowingly lie. I will never lead you astray. And I will always be totally honest. Tell you things you may not want to hear, but things that I want to get off my chest and things that you might want to think about. So anyway, Droll Nady, I really botched your name, D-R-O-L-N-A-D-Y. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your comments. I think it's really important for us buyers of RVs to get our heads on right, to understand our responsibility. The chances of you going into an RV dealership like I walked into Caesar's Palace and turning $3 into $780, $680, not very good. Never happened to me in 40 years. You may spend way too much on an RV and you'll pay for it for a long, long time. And I don't want that to happen to you. If you want to find an RV dealer I trust, click on the description below. You'll be able to find a link and it'll take you to a map. I know there's not a whole lot of dealers there. These are dealers that I have personally vetted. If you know of a great RV dealer or you're an honest RV dealer that wants to earn people's business and you'll work hard doing it, please contact me. I'd love to put you on the map as well. Thank you so much for watching. Drop a comment below if you would. I'm Alan Warren, the RV Wingman. Be safe, have fun, play nice. Don't leave your good manners at home. And if you're going out for the 4th of July, y'all be extra safe out there. I'll see you next time.